when we find the percentage of an amount, of is our keyword. It's telling us that we must multiply or times. So when we do these without a calculator, some key ideas that will help us work them out quickly are the fact that whenever I'm finding 10% of an amount, it's like I'm dividing by 10, because 10% is the same as 1/10. Like divide by 10, then you get 1 on 10. So if we divide by 10, we have 10% of whatever our amount is. Also, if we're finding our 1%, that's 1/100th of an amount, so that's like we're dividing by 100. So that can help us with that when we don't have a calculator. So for this one, 10% of our 3,000 litres, we would get our 3,000 and divide it by 10. And say, okay, well 10% is 300 litres. 1%, we would get our 3,000 divided by 100 and get our 30 litres. So how can this help me to find my 18%? Well, 18 is 10 plus 8. So I just need to multiply this 1% value by 8 to get my 8%, and then I'll be able to add it on. So 8%, I'll just take the 30 times it by 8, now I've got 240. So 18% is our 10% plus our 8%. And when you add that on, we've got 300 plus the 240, I get 540 litres. So that's one method of finding this kind of question without a calculator. Another method would just be writing it in our fraction form and then working out that problem. So you can do a bit of cancelling down with the zeros, and basically you'll be working out the sum of 18 times 30, and you will still get the same answer. If I do this question though without a calculator, with a calculator, then all we need to do is multiplication to get our answer. Let's have a look here. So if I'm doing 18%, I will go 18, shift, and then the first bracket, because the percentage is in the orange colour, so shift I needed to press to get the orange key to work. I times it by my 3,000, and then you'll see I'll get my 540 litres. So depending on whether you are allowed to have access to a calculator or not will determine how you do the questions. So just another example without a calculator. If I was doing 32% of 240, I would find my 10% by dividing by 10. I could find my 100% by dividing by 100, so I'm be moving that decimal point over 2 places to get 2.4. When we're talking about money, that's $2.40. So for 32%, I need to multiply my 10% by 3 and my 1% by 2, and then add those results. So my 30%, 3 lots of 24 is 72. My 2%, 2 lots of $2.40 is $4.80. Add them together to get 32%. Add these together to get the amount. You can always check your questions on your calculator. So if I had a question where I've got 55% of 120 students were boys, so I could do the 10% 1% thing, find my 50% by multiplying my 10% value by 5, and get my 1% value and times that by 5, and I'll get an answer of 66. Just another method is you could have actually just taken the 10% and halved it to get the 5%. So half of the 10%, so 6. So then you would go, okay, 5 lots of the 12 is 60, and then add on half of the 12, which is 6. You'll get the same answer anyway. Alright, for these questions, they're probably easier done on the calculator. So to put in the 12.5%, we need to press Shift, the fraction button, to put in the 12, arrow across, 1, arrow down, 2, go across, Shift, percentage, times 700 equals. Now that's in improper fraction form. Shift that way, or because we're talking about money, it's better to put it in decimal, so press it again and then you'll have $87.50. Okay. If you didn't have a calculator, you could do that by multiplying that out, doing the 12.5%, putting that in decimal form and just timesing the decimals will probably be the easiest. So it'll be 0.125 times the 700. For this one here, I would again, if I can use the calculator, I would do 6.8 shift percentage times 185 equals, and you'll get your 12.58 meters. Okay, so if you didn't have access to a calculator, that is actually the same as moving the decimal point over 2 places to divide by 100 and get 0.068 and times that by the 185, and you would still get the same answer.